This is our itsmTV industry roundup. We have absolutely no news in the industry this week, or this month even. So I'm here with Tessa Troubridge, and we're just going to have a little chat about stuff in the industry, really.
And make it up as we go along.
Absolutely. There are no rules, there are no guidelines. We've got some copious notes here that we've been taking, and we can work from then. I suppose the first thing really is Cedits is coming up. It's a interesting time of year, particularly for the vendors in the market. What's your take? What are you hoping to see happening at Cedits this year?
Oh, I'm hoping for lots of things. I think hoping for lots of new visitors. So I was talking to the guys at Cedits the other day, and pre-regs are up on this time last year. So hopefully lots of new visitors. Lots of new content, I think, for the show this year. There is a knowledge centre with Ovum. So really, traditionally the show is about a sales event. That's what it's about for vendors. It's about giving them the opportunity to sell to customers.
It's the biggest sales event, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the trick is for vendors is to make it non-salesy. So the show is really about a non-sales environment. So there's lots of added value in terms of sessions and speakers, small group discussions. There's some breakfast briefings, and I think that's what draws the crowd. Yes, they want to learn about new technologies, but actually a lot of them go to listen to the presentations and the sessions as well. Lots of the vendors run events on their stands as well to kind of drive traffic.
I mean, I've been at a few different conferences lately.
Have you been
travelling around?
Globetrotting?
Yeah, but you know the messages coming from them. They're obviously conferences. I mean, I was obviously at Pink.
Yeah,
we
likewise
talked there and heard the messages, good messages coming through about talk to your customers, all that kind of stuff. And then I recently did Belgium itsmF, which was a great little show actually, 450 people.
And that's quite big. It's probably one of the biggest ones they do, is it?
Must be. Yeah, I mean, it's, the UK one, they get 500 or 600 actual attendees. The thing I liked about it really was that it was in one day, and it was very, very, it was like good quality all the way through. There weren't that many sessions. It was just maybe 2 or 3 streams and some keynotes. But they were all good.
Was a bit like kind of conference on speed, wasn't it? With 20 odd sessions running, concurrently across the mornings, and it was just a bit mad, quite frankly.
I think they're still running.
Are they?
Yeah, they were doing after show stuff, and it was going on into the summer. Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes, not to say there weren't good sessions at Pink, but sometimes there's too many sessions, and I think it's quite good if you've just got a smaller set of sessions to look at and go to, and also that they are quite focused and appealing to the attendees. And one day I think works quite well as well. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts on that from the SDI perspective are.
Yeah, I mean, we would traditionally prefer 2 days. I think 2 days gives you a good opportunity to learn lots of practical stuff in day one and continue with that kind of networking experience well into the evening, which is where we find lots of our customers relax, should I say, in a less kind of conference environment and like to let their hair down. But then they continue that on day 2, so that's where the kind of powerful message comes across in day 2.
Is that relaxed through poetry reading or?
Yeah, poetry reading and various other activities that don't involve alcohol whatsoever in any shape or form.
Right. Okay, you heard it here first.
No alcohol at SDI conference. I better not say that because no one will come. There's lots of alcohol, really, I promise. Yeah. Just on that theme, actually, kind of lots of conferences going on. We're kind of conference season now, so we've got a show. You just come back from Belgium. There was one in Sweden recently. We've got the SDI conference in June. Are we in danger of being a bit conferenced out, do you think, in our industry in terms of being able to deliver practical stuff back to our audience?
I think there's a place for a lot of the conferences that they all have their different take, between itsmF and SDI and Cedits. They're all quite different events, really. I think there probably is a case for more practical stuff, although there you're almost getting into the training world, and that's a different...
Yeah, okay. I mean, while we're talking about Cedits, actually, one of the things that lots of people use the show for is to announce kind of white papers and research. So I know that SDI, we've got a couple of papers coming out at the show, one with Land Desk, which is around the anatomy of a service desk. I think there's one with Cherwell and the show paper, which is supporting people on the move and mobile devices. I think our industry could potentially suffer from a bit of survey fatigue. I know Stephen Mann did that thing, was it beginning of last year, back end of...
It was towards the end of last year,
and where he was slightly disappointed the number of people that responded to that. is there a case, do we think, for perhaps one big daddy, if you like, of kind of all industry surveys? I nearly swore then but didn't. You know, there are surveys that encompasses everything, lots of organisations, the likes of SDI, itsmTV getting together and producing one overarching industry survey that covers a number of things that makes it really, really valuable and adds value back to the industry.
I've kind of been involved in some of that over the last few years, and recently there's been a move to do something on that, and I'm still talking to people, and I'm interested to know if people do think that there is a need for a single survey.
So could we ask our lovely viewers at itsmTV to kind of respond with some thoughts on whether they think an all-encompassing industry type survey would be of value and how they could get involved? Can we do that?
I think the viewer would be
should
be asked.
Should be asked, and we'll be delighted to take part, I'm sure.
Yeah, let us know. Give us, if you think that there is value in a single survey or a single set of information about performance, benchmarking, and so on. Then definitely get in touch, and we can do something about it, I guess.
One of the things we said at the beginning was that we were going to make our own news, so should we just make something up here? I was thinking about gamification seems to be quite a hot topic at the moment.
Well, that's what The Voice and Britain Gets
The Voice and Britain's Got Talent, who's going to win the Rivals rating. Because we had Mark Sutherland last month talking about gamification.
Yeah.
Just kind of wondered, we're getting some inquiries at SDI from our members just asking us to kind of explore it a bit more. What's your views on kind of gamification? Where's it going? I'm sounding like you now, asking lots of questions.
That's okay. This is about interchanging. I'm a little bit sceptical about it, but it's probably my generation because I'm not.
Because you're old.
Well, thank you. I am of the older generation,
okay.
And although I have played Pac-Man or something, I'm not exactly.
You'll have to tell me what that is, Barclay. That's beyond me.
It's a little thing used to go like that and eat stuff. So it's not directly appealing to me, but what it's doing that's new is using things like social media as the sort of glue to hold it together, to find out information and to use it. But a lot of it is about incentivization, I suppose. How you give people the opportunity to use different techniques to make their working lives more interesting. And I suppose the thing is that, as Mark made the point last month, that by the time people get to about 18, 20, they've already spent 5 years of their lives gaming, so they're kind of used to that environment, and you go to work and you're asked to fill out a form about HR or something. It's not the most exciting, so anything we can do to improve that.
Okay, so we see service desk in the future being manned by current gamers with will they have enough social skills to be able to interact with their customers? So that's the next challenge, I suppose.
I think gaming is becoming more social because people are able to compete against each other. Does that make them better communicators or better interpersonal communicators? There's nothing that will replace having a conversation in that.
We could get ourselves into real bad trouble here.
I know, yeah. So. Yeah, do they have social skills?
Of course.
Of course. If they're on a service desk, they should have, I think it's pretty much clear prerequisite to be good, decent communicators. I think the thing is, though, for other people in IT, are they going to be motivated by, earning badges and points and stuff by, I think you said yourself, by effectively doing the job they're being paid to do?
You really want people that are motivated to do the job regardless of whether they collect a badge or a point. Is my point, really.
Absolutely. And I think it then comes down to how you implement, if it's light touch and sensitive to the sorts of people and not too patronising. I said that to Mark, it could look a bit patronising. If you do this, then, it's like how you motivate children in some ways, isn't it? Give them the task of doing the dishes. And
they get a little sticker with a smiley face.
Yeah. Taking that into the workplace, might work for some people, but sure as hell wouldn't work for me. But as you said, I'm old, so that probably changes.
Slightly older. And so next month on itsmTV we'll be at Service Desk and IT Support Show, won't we, in April? So our news will be very much coming from what's happening on the show floor, I would imagine.
Yeah, we're going to talk to quite a lot of vendors, expecting to interview the new head of itsmTV International.
Fantastic.
At that time as well, because she's over during the show, so we can get a perspective on what is ITSMF International, and
I'll be delighted to learn.
Yeah, and you know, it's a good opportunity for that to be discussed and aired and publicised. So, yeah, we're all looking forward to Sedits. Are you going to Sedits?
We have a stand, and I'll be there for 2 days and doing some presenting as well. As will you, I believe.
I will. I'll be doing presenting, facilitating, filming, all sorts.
Good.
Juggling, bit of lion taming as well. So yeah, we'll be busy. So we'll see you then.
Yeah, great. See you then. Thanks, Barclay.